And we are back. Power rankings. Week two. Uh, Last week, we had some interesting things happen. We had some upsets, some blowouts, a tie. We had it all. And what might go down in one of the most shocking week ones we have ever seen. But now that we're here, we know more than we did last week about every team. Now that we've seen one game from every team, and we're gonna see what happens. So starting out at 32, as you can tell, you can actually see the teams. We're just gonna scroll down and hope you guys forgot the Jets. I have them going down 3 spots. They're 0-1. Joe Flacco wasn't able to compete with his old team in the Ravens, losing 24-9. Not a close game whatsoever, but uh, there's no bright side for your team. You're gonna be irrelevant for this year, maybe next year as well. Even when Zach Wilson gets back, I don't think he's the answer. So you're going to be down at 32. At 31, we have the Jaguars who are 0-1. They go up a spot. They put up a great fight against the Commanders, losing 28-22 to Carson Wentz. You know him very well from last season when he was with the Colts. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get it done. Carson Wentz had a pretty solid game besides the interception. Your team, it was okay. Trayvon Walker got an interception, so that's good for the number one overall pick. You're not going to be competitive this year. You're not going to be competitive next year, but your team is moving in the right direction. At 30, going down 2 spots, I have the Falcons. Sorry, Atlanta. When you choke away your, 26-10 lead, you lose 27-26, I believe. It's pretty embarrassing. Goes to show Matt Ryan was not the problem. It's in fact just your team. Now, granted, you look pretty solid, Mariota. Look decent. Your team could shock some teams. Nothing playoff potential or none of that, but you could, make it close with a good team or even upset them. But ultimately, I don't see you making it too far, especially not past 5 wins. But at least you're not last. At number 29, I have the Lions going down 2 spots. That score was close, but realistically, you guys scored garbage time touchdowns at the end to make it 38-35. Wasn't nothing impressive. Your team didn't look too great, but DeAndre Swift looked pretty nice. That's something to note. Main headline as well was how Equanimeous St. Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown, if you don't know, they're brothers. One's on the Bears, the other on the Lions. Scored a touchdown 3 minutes apart. That's very nice. But that doesn't really have anything to do with the game besides the Amon-Ra score. You guys should be happy at 29. It's definitely an improvement in the right way. At number 28, going down a whopping 5 spots, we have the Carolina Kitty Cats. You guys couldn't even Panthers, in case you don't know. You guys couldn't even beat Jacoby Brissett. Baker Mayfield, revenge game. Oh, he's going to destroy the Browns. What happened? Cade York, great kicker, looks like. Game winner. Panthers, yeah, quite underwhelming. Yeah. Hope you enjoy being down here because I don't see you going much farther. Number 27 going up 3 spots, we have Chicago Bears. They're 1-0. They got a win. I think it was a fluke, though. That field, abysmal. That rain, that was bad. I don't know if people saw it, but they messed up the lines pretty badly for the sidelines. Granted, everyone's like, oh, they fixed it. Yeah, they fixed it, but why is it like that in the first place? That doesn't forgive anything. Of course they're going to fix it. They're not going to be a professional football team and leave the lines like a freaking 2-year-old scribbling. No, they're not. The Bears, they looked okay. I think it was a fluke. But we're going to find out, hopefully it's Sunday night, on if they're a real deal. A Cincinnati Bengals, they go, they weren't last at first, but pretty bad to Super Bowl. Right now, I don't even know if you want to be like the Bengals. Number 26, moving up 5 spots, we have the Seahawks. Geno. I mean, come on. Geno Smith, one hell of a first half. That second half wasn't very good, but it was still enough to get them the 17-16 win over the Seahawks or the Broncos. Broncos fans, don't worry. You guys should be fine. Seahawks fans, do not think this is a sign of, oh, even when Russell Wilson's gone, we still have a chance. No. No, 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 no. Russell Wilson's revenge game didn't quite go to plan. Seahawks, I think you could surprise some people. Maybe a 7-10, probably at the max, but nowhere near playoffs. Don't even think about that. Next, 25, we have the Commanders. They're going to go down a spot. Even though you beat the Jaguars, it's the Jaguars. That's the only reason I'm dropping you. Unfortunately, Commanders, most of the time people are like, if you win, you got to go up. No. Unfortunately, too many upsets happen, and I have to bump you down because I can't put all these good teams that lost below you because then that's just not right. I can't base it off of record. I have to base it off of roster talent and all that. But 25's not bad. 24, we have your division. Another guy in the division. The Giants, they upset the Titans 21-20. Now, granted, I don't think the Giants are a good team, but Brian Daboll might be a good coach. That's the only reason I have him at 24 going up a spot. He just flip-flopped to Commanders. I think the Giants could shock some people. I don't think they're playoff caliber, especially with Daniel Jones. But, I mean, you got a good future. All you are, I don't think Tyrod Taylor's the answer either, so don't just roll Tyrod after this year. I think you're, not this year, maybe not next year, but the year after, I think you draft a quarterback in the first round if you can. Maybe a guy like Anthony Richardson falls to you guys. You got Tyrod Taylor starting next year since you signed him to a 2-year deal. And then after that, you let Tyrod walk and you let Anthony Richardson or whoever start. And I think you could be good then. But 24 is nice. 23, we have the Tide Texans. They are 0-1. They go up 3 spots. They put up one great effort against the Colts, up 20-3. The Texans are going to win. My survivor pick, going to look horrible. But Matt Ryan made a comeback. Matt Ryan. Now, granted, he wasn't able to do anything in overtime, but Rodrigo Blankenship whiffed a kick so bad he ended up getting cut at the end of the day. Sorry, Rodrigo, but maybe you can go back to building Lego sets. Pittman looked pretty good. Ryan Taylor, I believe, won the offensive ground player of the week. That's what it is. I was trying to spit it out. And yeah, things look great in Indy. But the Texans, Dameon Pierce, your running back, didn't do a whole lot. Maybe the hype too much. I'm so glad, I didn't have him starting in my fantasy. I do have him on the bench. It worked out for me. I mean, I drafted Marlon Mack. He gets cut, so I just, take Dameon Pierce. Still have the Texans running back, and no matter what. Glad I didn't start him, though. 23. 22, we have the Patriots. They're going to be dropping down 5 spots. What was that? You looked abysmal, Mac. Now, granted, I don't want to, judge anything because you were injured. Obviously, you had the whole X-ray and anything. I don't want to jump to conclusions saying you're a bust and all that. But, man, the Dolphins beat you 20-7, even though that score's, not that bad. 7 points is pretty bad. So, let's see what you can do. I think you could come back after an 0-1 start. Obviously, I'm never going to doubt Belichick. And yeah. Number 21, we have the Cardinals. They're going to be dropping down 3 spots. You guys got absolutely destroyed so badly to the fact that I don't remember the channel, whatever it was. Literally switched the game to Chargers Raiders. You guys were getting beat so bad. That's how bad you guys were. Even though the score's 44-21 or whatever, you had Mahomes throw 5 touchdowns on you. Bad. Chandler Jones, you let him walk. Probably shouldn't have now. Looking at how that went. Yeah. 20. Anyway, you guys are bad. Don't hype yourself up to be anything special. At number 20, though, we have the Browns. They're actually gonna shock some people here. They're gonna move up a single spot. If you don't know, they got a new midfield logo now. It's gonna be Brownie the Elf, I believe his name is. Instead of that football helmet. Personally, I don't like the change. I really don't feel like they needed to change it. Unless if you're changing the whole logo, which, I mean, if you want to do that, I wouldn't complain. But you guys, yeah, that's fine. You guys shocked the world. 26-24 win over the Panthers without Deshaun Watson. Probably a good idea. Jacoby Brissett looked amazing. And Nick Chubb dominated. I think we're going to see a whole new Browns team come soon. Good job at 20, though. I'm not quite there yet on saying you're, a contender. Number 19, I have the Colts. They're going to stay the same. You guys tied the Texans. That's the whole reason you're staying the same. Ultimately, I could put the Browns ahead of you, but that's a maybe. That's kind of a 50-50, and I'm like, might as well not. But I don't see you being much lower than 20 anyway. Even though you tied, you guys were great in that second half where you came back. Bright future for the Colts. Well, with a younger quarterback, hopefully. But your team looks good. I think you're going to do good. At number 18, we have the Cowboys, who are going to be going down 3 spots. Even though you lost, you scored a field goal at least. Yeah, let's just get straight to the bad news. You let Amari Cooper walk for a 5th-round pick. That's starting to show you guys aren't doing that good on offense. Your quarterback, Dak Prescott, he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks or something with a finger or a hand injury because he took too many hits to the hand. Sucks to be you guys. Boo fucking who. You guys are the most annoying fan base. I'm glad it happened to you guys. Defense, you guys did well. You had the Buccaneers to a field goal, most drives, and then, a great catch by Mike Evans. So, for a touchdown. So, your defense looks great. It's just now, is Cooper Rush going to, be a Dak Prescott, which I just don't think so. 17, we have the Broncos. Let's ride down 5 spots to number 17. That was such a bad performance. You lose to the Seahawks. Some people have them being the worst team in the league before week 1. And you lost to them. How? It just blows my mind. I'm not even going to, talk about how the game went. Just how your team looked below average. Yeah. 16 Titans. We're now in the top half. The Titans, they go down 2 spots. You lose to the Giants. Not entirely shocked as the Giants. I feel like they always have a collapse somewhere in the beginning and then they strive towards the end. It's always the Titans mood. I might have said Giants there. I meant Titans. You lose to the Giants by 1 point because they went for 2. The nuts on Brian Daboll is huge. Not just that, but to trust his offense. You guys played great. It's okay that you lost. It's 0-1. You're honestly last in the division by half a game, so doesn't matter at all. No one on in your division has a winning record, so yeah. 15, we have the Niners. I don't even know why I'm being generous and putting you at 15. You went down 9 spots. I had you at 6. Trey Lance, when you do not do a lot against the Bears, unless the Bears are sneaky good, something is up. Maybe we were a bit too premature on saying Trey Lance is this guy, he's that guy. Preseason's preseason. That doesn't matter. That's just to determine the rosters. 53 is what matters. And Trey Lance, in week 1 where the 53s are set, did not look very good. That's all I'm going to say. You lose to the Bears by multiple possessions. You lost by 2 possessions. You lost by 9 points. That's 2 scores. Something's up. At number 14, we have the Steelers. They're going to move up 6 spots. People might be like, how do you have the Steelers below the Bengals? They literally beat the Bengals. Tell you what. The Steelers, great first half. Beautiful. What was it? They were up 17 to 6 or something. No, that's not bad. But when you go 20-20 at the end of the fourth quarter, the Bengals make that big of a comeback, and the only reason you won this game is arguably because of one, Joe Burrow's mistakes. The fact that you only won by 3 points and Burrow had 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions, and a fumble. Pretty bad. The fact that you only won because the Bengals missed the extra point because they had a backup long snapper who isn't even a long snapper. Pretty bad. You guys should be grateful you won that game. You guys should be grateful I'm even putting you this high. You know how embarrassing it is to lose in that scenario and you almost did that? But at the same time, you get the flex that, Mitch Trubisky beat the Bengals. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? That's amazing right there. Third team, we do have the Bengals. They're going to drop down 8 spots. I would have just talked about it. The Bengals, Burrow looked very bad in the first half, found himself in the second half, played pretty well. Evan McPherson, don't know how you shanked that 29-yarder that badly, but the extra point, not your fault. It got blocked, backup long snapper, who's a tight end, blah, 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 make all these arguments. You made it to the very end with the Steelers, literally. There was zeros on the clock with that game-winning field goal. But you lost, unfortunately. I'm going to have to bump you down. I was going to bump you down regardless of how Burrow played. But here we are at 12. Yeah, down 4 spots after the Packers. Where do I want to start? Justin Jefferson, he might be the best player in the NFL. Not just receiver, not none of that, best player. He had nearly, 200 yards? It was like 198 maybe? I don't remember. Rodgers, let's put it this way. I'm not going to judge Rodgers' performance because we saw how he was last year of week 1. And he had a worse team. You have no receivers, really. I mean, the receivers you have aren't great. The O-line, you were missing literally the top 2 O-linemen on your team. Probably both, top 15 O-linemen in the league. And we saw it. Rodgers got pressured so much. The rookie receivers weren't really able to do much besides Romeo. Even though you didn't have that good of a game, you looked great. Christian Watson, I hope we trade you for a 7th round pick because that seems like all you're worth. And if that, how do you drop that pass? It was a wide open touchdown. No one in the area. Right through your hands. In case you're wondering, yes, I was so upset at Christian Watson when that happened. If you don't know, Packer fan, yeah. But you're going to have 12. I think there's potential for you guys to become great. I think we're going to see that potential on Sunday night. Hopefully you get the win. Hopefully we see some more from these rookie receivers. Hopefully we see a bit more from Juwann Winfree. I'm pretty sure he might get demoted back to practice squad after this week since I feel like Allen Lazard might be coming back. I think that's the only reason he got activated was because Allen Lazard was injured. I really want to see more from Juwann Winfree though. Well, we have the Saints. Congrats, Saints. You move up 5 spots. The issue is you barely beat the Falcons. Now, I'm going to chop this up to, nothing special. It's a division game. It's very hard to predict those. Anything could happen in those type of games. And we're going to see that next week with the Buccaneers. The issue is there is really none. There's not a lot. Taysom Hill looked great as a tight end. And yeah. Entering the top 10, we have the Vikings at 10. Jefferson torched the Packers defense, which I thought would be top 5. I literally drafted them so early in my fantasy, before a lot of backups. Yeah. That defense looked great. Jefferson looked great. Dalvin Cook wasn't too special, but Dalvin Cook, So as long as you got Jefferson in a defense, I feel like you guys could easily, be a wild card at minimum. Number 9, we got the Raiders. Even though you guys lost, I am very high on this team. You barely lost to the Chargers. Carr threw 3 interceptions. Adam looked great. I don't know if you saw, but that route running in that one play, amazing. I think you guys are going to be a good team. I'm going to have you so high up because you lost to the Chargers. The Chargers. probably going to be a playoff team minimum. I'm expecting probably at least the AFC Championship, maybe even divisional, because, a close divisional nonetheless. I'm going to keep you high, even though you lost. You're going to go down 2 spots. So, by the way, the Vikings, they went up 12 spots. I forgot to mention that. Keep your head up, Raiders. I think you're a great team. At 8, we got the is it Fly Eagles? Yeah, it is. People might be saying, why do you have them so high? Oh, they barely beat the Lions. Yeah. This is kind of a one I don't know a lot about. I didn't really know a lot about the Eagles going into it. I still don't know a lot about them. All I know is they got a great roster. I know people are doubting Jalen Hurts, but don't doubt him. It's fine. Yeah. Let's see how you guys do. At 7, I have the Rams. Even though you lost, you're going down 6 spots. Eagles run up 5, by the way. Rams, you lost. You're still Super Bowl champs. It don't matter. Let's see you bounce back. You guys looked horrible. But, Matthew Stafford, bro, why are you only throwing to the white guy? Allen Robinson deserved targets. Cam Akers deserved carries. Let's see more of it. 6, we have the Dolphins. They're going to be moving up 5. I think the Dolphins are a great team. I think they're going to show it. They really, 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 really destroyed the Patriots, even though the score wasn't that much. I think we're going to see a lot from them. Excited to see it. Tua. Oh, yeah, that quarterback is not looking as, nice as he probably thought. 5, we got the Ravens. Let's be honest. They're going up 5 spots. They destroyed the Jets. Even though it's not my big of an accomplishment, we're still going to put them up super high. Because they destroyed the Jets. 4, you lucky sons of bitches. You're lucky I'm putting you here. You're staying the same at 4. You guys looked abysmal. Brady didn't look very good. I'm telling you, bro, I knew it. I knew. I want you guys to know I knew. I said this is Brady's last year because he's going to have such a horrible season that it's going to, be better than a lot of quarterbacks. But it's not going to be up to Brady standards. And he's going to know it was time to quit. He's going to regret, staying that extra year. Unless he gets a Super Bowl, of course. But, yeah. You guys, your defense looked great. Chris Godwin, injured. Man. But, yeah. You're going to keep you at 4 just because of your defense. 3, Chargers. You barely beat the Raiders back to the divisional game. Doesn't really mean nothing. And I expect both of you to make the playoffs. So, good job. Herbert looked good. A lot looked great, actually. Keenan Allen left the game, so the fact that you're able to win without Keenan Allen for some of it, that's pretty good. Khalil Mack got, 3 sacks? Are we going to see a Chandler Jones effect where he gets a lot of sacks and then he's going to finish with, an average number? Well, no. 2, Chiefs, they're going to jump up 7 spots. Chargers stayed the same, by the way. Do we even need to talk about this game? Mahomes 5 touchdowns. Beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals, a team that's a great first half team. That's why I'm so high on these Chiefs teams right now. I was like, oh, without Tyreek Hill, they're done for. But I'm not going to count them out now, for sure. And number 1, the Bills. If you don't have the Bills up here, you didn't watch week 1. Or you don't know anything about football because they're Super Bowl favorites. The Bills looked amazing. They destroyed the Super Bowl champions. That's all that needs to be said. 31-10 on Thursday night. Everyone's watching. They destroyed the Super Bowl champs. That's why they're up here at number 1. They're going to stay here for number 1 until they lose a game. And then they might still be number 1 because of how good that team is. I expect big things for this team. If you don't win the Super Bowl, it's okay. If you don't win the Super Bowl the year after, we're going to have problems. That's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. Sorry for not uploading yesterday. I was just busy. I watched the Nintendo Direct to see what games would be out. Didn't know Nintendo was such a big fan of farming games. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you next time. There will be a video today, which is this. There will be another one today. That's what I was going to say. With predictions, that will be later today. Then on Thursday, which is tomorrow, we're going to have a tier list, obviously. And we're going to have Thursday night, which will have the Chargers and Chiefs, the number 2 and number 3 team. So, yeah. Friday we'll have Bears franchise, and then we'll probably not have anything Saturday, so that means we'll be back on Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you next time. Also, if you disagree with any of my spots, please let me know down in the comments. I'd like to know why you disagree, and yeah. Goodbye.